In this video, we are going to see about the bubble sort program in C. We know that sorting is the arrangement of elements in order, and normally we assume the ascending order, that is the default order. We can arrange the elements either in the ascending order or descending order. Let us see first of all what is the technique of the sorting is. Here the bubble sort, as the name implies, the position, the elements come in order like a bubble from top to bottom. That means here the first element, for example, this if this array has n elements to be sorted, we need n minus 1 passes. That means in one pass one element gets its position. For example, let us see this diagram. We are given the elements 5, 1, 6, 2, 4 and 3, and now this is the first pass have started. We are checking the first and the second element. The first and second element is not in order, so they are interchanged. It becomes 1 and 5. After that, we are comparing with the second and the third. We always check for the consecutive elements of the array to arrange in order. So since we have checked first 1 and 2, now we have checked 2 and 3, checking 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 is the elements 5 and 6. 5 and 6 are in order, so we can leave it as it is. Next, the element 2 and 3, so that is 5 and 6. Now the element 6 and 2, that is the third and the fourth element, they are not in order, so they are just interchanging the values of 6 and 2. So 2 got the third position and 6 come to the fourth position. Now the element 4th and 5th are compared, which is 6 and 4. Here we can see that 6 and 4 are not in order, they are interchanged. So now the next step, the 4 comes here and the 6 is interchanged. Now the check is between the number 6 and 3. So comparing 6 and 3, 3 becomes 3 has to come first, so they are interchanged. So finally the array has become now 1, 5, 2, 4, 3, 6. This is the first pass where the element 1, that is the first element, got its position. Now this same process has to be repeated for several times. That means n minus 1 times to arrange n elements. Here this array has 6 elements, so the 5 passes, after 5 passes only the elements will be in order. Now the first pass is over, the first element is in order, and likewise in the second pass second element comes to order, in the third pass third comes to order, and so on, and in the n minus 1th pass all the elements will be in order. So this is the technique of arranging the elements in the ascending order. Now let us see how the program code goes. As usual, include stdio.h for standard input output. We have started the C program, and then into main program, and then the program starts, and now we are declaring the variables integer of a of 100, number, I, j and temp. A of 100 is the array of elements, number is the number or the size of the elements, size of the array, and I, j, temp are the variables used in the interchanging and the looping process. So now the scanf, printf, we are putting the message on the screen, enter the total number of elements to arrange. So that is the size of the array. So we are getting through the scanf %d ampersand number. So this gets the size of the array. Then we are going to get the elements of the array. So the message says, please enter the elements of the array. So as usual, if you want to get a collection of elements, you have to use the for loop. Any loop, now we are using the for loop. So for I is equal to 0, I less than number, I plus plus. So till the last number, we have to read all the elements of the array. So we are using the scanf statement, scan %d ampersand a of I. So initially first time a of I will be the first element, then it will be a of 2, a of 3, etc. All the elements will be read. Then we are going to arrange it. In order to arrange the elements in the order, we need the for loop. And as I mentioned earlier, for arranging n elements, we need n minus 1 passes. So that is what the first for statement says. For I is equal to 0, I less than number minus 1, that is the number of passes, n minus 1, I plus plus, the the loop opens, inside we have the next loop, the nested for loop, and that starts with for j is equal to 0, j less than number minus I minus 1, j plus plus. Actually, what does it do is the second for loop will really check the consecutive elements. So that is what done by the if statement. If a of j greater than a of j plus 1, that means if the consecutive elements is checked with the next element which is greater, means we have to interchange. As just we have seen the example earlier now, if the positions are not in order, they have to be interchanged. That means if the first element is greater than the second element, it has to be interchanged. For interchanging, we are using the method called swapping method. That swapping method carries these three statements. Temp is equal to a of j is equal to a of j plus 1, and a of j plus 1 is equal to temp. These three statements exchange the data between the consecutive locations. So the if statement is over, and then we are closing the braces, and the inner for loop and the outer for loop, all the three braces are given closed by the three opening braces. So this part of the program really checks the consecutive numbers, and the inner for loop checks the consecutive numbers for one pass, and then for the second pass the outer loop goes one more time. Then for that pass all the elements are checked and arranged. So likewise, this nested for loop helps to arrange the elements in the ascending order. Now we got the elements in the ascending order, we have to print it. Printf a list started in ascending order, then the elements are printed. For that we need the for loop again. So for I is equal to 0, I less than number, I plus plus, what has to be done? Print. What has to be printed? Print percentage d slash t a of I. So now a of contains the sorted arranged elements, and the slash t is the formatting character to leave 6 spaces in between the 5 spaces. After typing something, we hit the tab space. That tab space will be left by this slash t formatting character, and the for loop is also closed. So the first part of this program in the page which arranges the number, and the second part print the arranged elements. So that's all. We are giving a slash n to get the new line for the answer to be printed, return 0, and we are closing the brace. So now the example, let us see how the example goes like this. The execution, please enter the total number of elements they are asking for, and then I am giving please enter the array elements. So we are getting 7 is the input I have given, so I have to give 7 elements. So what are they? Some 5, 44, 6, minus 9, 8, 0, 2, and some elements. Okay, now after the process get arranged by the program, the answer will be minus 9, 0, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Now the elements are in the sorted ascending order. That's all the simple program of arranging the elements in the ascending order using the bubble sort method. Hope it is easy and simple to follow, and thanks for watching.